Hi, today I really wanted to talk about posture, and I know that's a really odd topic to bring up, but I actually bring it up with most of my clients because it has such a huge effect on our mind and our body. And I just wanted to quickly today just give you a little bit of advice about posture and why your parents and your grandparents were right when they said sit up properly, which is a bit annoying, but hey. So what I want to do first is I want to talk about how sort of your posture is. A lot of us end up working at our desks and we're typing away on the computer, especially if we use laptops. And what happens is we end up with really shocking posture. We know what it should be. We know we should be sitting up with our shoulders back and our neck straight, and not so much that really holding it, but just that it's nice and relaxed. But we all end up, even me sometimes when I'm working on the laptop, with a bad posture. But one of the problems is it can start causing pains and aches and pains. It can start causing headaches, low back pain. The muscles get tight in the low back because you're constantly stretching them, and then you get sciatica because the muscles are pressing on your sciatic nerve. I mean, let me just show you. This is good posture for your neck, and this is what I often end up with, and lots of people end up with. And you can see there's kind of a crease here. And what that does is it means that the joints start getting closer together, and over years and years of doing that, you can start getting arthritis. Plus also the muscles all around here, they start getting really tight and they connect to the rest of the muscles over the head, and they can cause headaches. So if you want to stop the headaches and stop the low back pain, sitting up well is really important. The next thing I want to talk about is breath. Now, I work with a lot of people who are anxious a lot of the time, both menopausal and non-menopausal people that I work with. And the breath is really important. It's part of the key to the whole of life, really. But if you're not breathing well or properly, it really starts to affect you in other ways. Now, what I've found, because I've got a history of being an osteopath, so biomechanics is huge for me. If you look at most people, what they do is they breathe from up here rather than where we should be breathing, which is down by our tummy. Our diaphragm sits at just underneath our ribs, and what happens is normally it flattens, and that's us breathing in because it makes the cavity bigger, and then as it relaxes, it forms a dome and it makes the cavity smaller, and you breathe out. It's really efficient and beautiful if you watch it working properly. But what I find is a lot of people, because we've got poor posture, or because we're trying to stuck our tummies in, or just from poor habits, we end up breathing from up here, and it's just not very efficient. It's not as deep, so you have to breathe a bit more, and it has sort of ramifications on the hormones and sort of even the biochemicals of the blood sometimes if you look at people. But what can happen is if you start breathing from your tummy, it's so much more efficient. You don't need to breathe as often. But one of the things that's really cool is if you breathe in nice and deeply from your tummy, you activate all these nerves around the edge of your diaphragm, and they tell your brain, I'm relaxed and I'm chilled out. Because these nerves are being hit and used, your brain just assumes you're really relaxed and chilled out. So if you are finding that you're more anxious or in your difficult situations, if you sit up straight and start breathing gently from your tummy, you're going to start feeling more relaxed really quickly. And that's just a simple thing to do. But if you're sitting kind of hunched over your computer or really slobby in the sofa, you can't breathe that way because you kind of block it out, you lock it out. I mean, I want you to try it with me now. I want you to put your hand here so you can feel if you're breathing from up here, and your hand just underneath your tummy. And very gently, just try and breathe from your tummy. Now, if you're sitting up, it should be really easy to do. Now, if I slope down, it's really hard to do. My body doesn't like it, it feels uncomfortable, so I start breathing from up here. So posture means you can breathe properly, breathe in a way that your body really loves doing. And also, by having good posture, they've done these studies, and these are brilliant. They took studies of people who sat in a slouch position for 10 minutes. And then they took their bloods and they checked their hormones, and then they got them sitting up properly for 10 minutes. Again, they checked their bloods and they checked their hormones. And they found that sitting in a crouch position increased the amount of stress hormones in the body. So from a biochemical point of view, your body thinks it's stressed. And then if you were sitting up properly, just for 10 minutes, the stress hormones came down and the confidence hormones came back up. I mean, how cool is that? The other thing that having good posture does is when you breathe properly from your tummy, quick anatomy lesson, you've got your diaphragm, and then you've got your stomach, and your intestines are underneath. Now, if you're breathing from your diaphragm, every time you breathe in, it flattens and it massages your stomach and your intestine. So if you think from a digestion point of view, the way we're designed to breathe from our tummy, every single minute, our stomach should be getting a massage. We breathe between 8 and 15 times a minute. So it should be getting that massage. So if we're slouched and we're not breathing from our tummies, all of our digestive system isn't getting its best help that it can, and it isn't digesting as well as it can. And things like IBS, malnutrition, that kind of stuff, because we are living the kind of lifestyle that we're living, where we're very stressed and everything's fast and a lot of our food isn't brilliant. By just sitting up and breathing properly, we can start massaging our stomach and start improving our digestion just from that simple thing. So when it comes to posture, it's not just a case of you look like you're sitting up and paying attention. You're taking the pressure off your neck so you don't get headaches or arthritis in your neck. You're taking the pressure off your back so you don't get low back pain or sciatica. You're breathing more easily, which helps you feel more relaxed and biomechanically is brilliantly, and you get a lot more oxygen into your blood, which means that your body gets more oxygen, your brain gets more oxygen, you have more energy. You're also massaging your digestive system, so your digestion improves. And all of this from simply sitting up properly. Now, I really hope that helps, because I don't know about you, if I'm told to do something without being told why, I don't always do it. But if I'm told why and how important it is and how amazing the effects of something as simple as just sitting up properly and breathing from your tummy is, I'm much more likely to do it. So I hope that means you're much more likely to do it too. And I hope this helps and was interesting. Have an awesome day.